Hey guys, today I wanted to bring a topic that is extremely important that I don't think gets talked about enough in the industry, and something that I talk a lot about with my students and mentees is just bullying in the dance industry and in dance studios. And it's something that's so prominent, but I think that we don't talk about it out loud. We hear a lot about bullying in schools and stuff like that, but it is also apparent in the dance studio. And I think from personal experience, at least, it comes from jealousy a lot of the time. It comes from, just not knowing better and not having that regulation of like teachers watching out for us. And I think it's just an important conversation to talk about because it's being experienced all over with all different ages. And what I've heard is most prominent is the jealousy part, because the dancers that are doing well, that are thriving, have all eyes on them, right? And that is when other people see that and they want to knock them down. And it's hard to address when it is with such young dancers, because I think that's truly where it begins, because they don't know how to, not because they're bad kids, but because they just don't know how to channel that energy of being jealous, and they just react in ways that is putting others down, which then translates to bullying. So it's a hard topic that is apparent. And number one is just acknowledging that, not only acknowledging it as dancers in the actual experience themselves, but as parents, as teachers, and making sure that if you are a dancer that is experiencing any type of bullying, if you're even questioning the thought of if it's bullying, it probably is. So just being really open to communicating that to the adults and people that care about you around you in that space. So parents and teachers are a great one, and just communicating. I think communicating is always the key to everything. And no matter how young you are, you can tell the people that you trust how you feel. Even if you don't feel confident enough to speak back to them and say, I don't appreciate what you're saying. Thank you very much, but I wanted to move forward in a positive way. It's important to bring that up, bring that awareness up to those people that have control and can help that in your studio. So talking to your parent and then having the parent and talking to the studio owner is probably a great chain of command to ensure that the issue gets dealt with. But I think what's most important here is just, once it's acknowledged, to bring it to someone's attention so that it can be fixed. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's not about the kid or the person coming from a mean place. It's probably just not knowing how to channel that energy of jealousy and having that conversation with them so that these things can be stopped moving forward. Because at the end of the day, it's so important to have a team energy. And whether you're competing against them in solos, but then you're dancing with them in a group, in a duet, in a trio, it's important to have that team energy throughout your studio. So once you communicate that, it's so great to just spread the awareness and to make sure that we keep that positive vibe, because it's going to help the overall team energy as you go into competitions and conventions and everything else, because it builds from that core team. So I hope that this has kind of helped you not so alone if you're experiencing this, and understand the steps to take, really communicating, telling somebody that you trust, getting it dealt with, and really trying to work with your mindset and be really confident in yourself, and knowing that that person is just saying things that they may not mean. And it's up to you to change that narrative. It's up to you to speak up for yourself and to know that those words are hurtful, but they are not true, so that you can move forward and have a beautiful energy in your studio, in your season, and moving forward in your dance journey. If this has resonated with you, I hope that it brings you a sense of power to have this knowledge. And if you haven't acknowledged it or brought this up to somebody yet and you're experiencing this, I hope that this has inspired you to do so, because we all deserve to have an incredible dance experience. And we're all here for the same reason, for the love of dance. So it's important to cultivate a studio energy in that way. So if you're feeling like this, definitely speak up and we can make this community a better place. So send you guys all the love, and I hope to see you in my next video.